I think we're good. It said recording in progress. Good morning. Good morning. I had to put on my big voice today. We have 60 people in this room this morning. It's a wonderful day, and then we'll see how many more we have at home. We also have some prize winners amongst us today. So those prize winners are people who are participating in our 30 Days of Thanks. So you will all need to sign your name up today out at the cutting table. You never need to make a purchase. All you need to do is walk in the store, sign your name on a piece of paper, and you too could be a prize winner. And what that means is tomorrow I will draw a name from those and you will win a fun prize. Judy Antler won the prize yesterday, the day before yesterday. She got a new puzzle and a turn pack. Debbie Dedman is sitting in the back of the room, and she won 2 days in a row, okay? And we don't discriminate. Yes, you were drawn again this morning. She does not know it yet, okay? She has not been on Facebook, okay? So it's a fun way to be able to, for us to say thank you to you for being here, for coming in. It's also a way for us to encourage you to shop while you're here, but, staying in business in a store these days is tough, and we are so fortunate to have all of you support us. So thank you. I am blessed to have you in my family. Thank you. I do have on a great t-shirt today, okay? Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, okay? And he's having a great fall, and we are having a great fall. We actually get to wear some of those sweaters. Last year, we didn't really get to wear them very much, so it's kind of fun. This is always our number one show of the year, or our meeting of the year. And it's my favorite things. It is, I can sing for you if you'd like. These are a few of my favorite things. But there's some new things that we have in the store and some things that we just want to highlight so that way you don't forget them to put them on your Christmas list. Deanna is technically working to catch everybody up at home. So I am stalling. Am I doing a good job?
It's just so they can see them.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, maybe. And although we could watch Netflix at the same time.
We could.
Oh, we can put holiday music on. Great British Baking Soda, what Deanna went with. Yes, there's only, 150 new Christmas movies out this year with the same theme. Christmas. Okay, so. Okay. The Frosty Donut and yes, Hot Frosty's the big one this year. Hot Frosty. Okay. So, here we go. If you have a list in front of you, I'm going to start at the top of your list. But I have a few extra bonuses because I was not here yesterday afternoon. So I'm like, ooh, what about that? Ooh, what about that? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to share with you is the glow ruler. Got it. Okay, somebody's already got it back there. It's a great day. This ruler actually has a rechargeable light on it. It is fabulous, okay? They had actually manufactured a new one, a 6x24, but it had a manufacturing defect, so we weren't able to get it. But this size right now is absolutely perfect. Thank you, Deanna. It is perfect. It is a square up ruler. Is it on? Of course not. It needs to go on the charger. Can you just hand it to me anyway? Yeah. The neat thing about it, the thing that I really like about it is the light, yes. But the second thing that I like about it is it actually, how many of you remember that Olippa ruler? It had a little lip on it that you could hug onto your cutting mat. This has that little bit of a lip on it. So it really kind of locks into your cutting mat. So as you're trimming around things, it's going to keep it really nice and square. So it really works nice when you want to square things up. So this is what it actually looks like. It does have an on-off button on it. But of course, we forgot to put it on the charger last night. It typically sits on right at the cutting table. So if you're in here one day, it's usually right at the cutting table, and all you have to do is push the little button. It is truly a push button. It is not a tap, okay? It is definitely a push, yes.
Does it glow? I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, those two.
So the actual numbers are what really highlights, okay? They really highlight nicely. You don't feel like you're looking at a bright light, okay, which is very nice. Yes.
How long does the charge last?
12 hours. Okay. And I mean, it really is a nice glow to it. You don't notice it dimming. Yes.
Plug it in and then.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
back at the end.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yep.
One thing on our list that we didn't think to put it on the picture.
Yes. Yes. What were you going to say?
6 by 6.
Yes, it's a 6x6.
6.5.
6.5. Okay. Is that what it says on there? Okay. Six and okay. 6 and an eighth by 6 and 7/8. Okay. But that is not the square up. The square up is going to be all the way up to a 6-inch. Okay. It is a 6. Okay. Next item on my list is the Quilter Select 1.5 by 12. I did not say how much it was. It is $58. It is not nothing is inexpensive anymore, guys. Okay. I mean, nothing is exactly. And you get your recharger cord in it and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Quilter Select rulers. This is one of their newest ones. It's actually a 1.5 by 12. If you love some of the patterns that are out there that are doing 1 by 1 inch squares in them right now, a lot of the animals and the Art East patterns where they do the dogs and the Alice in Wonderland and some of those, it's a wonderful ruler to have. I don't use it so much for the 1.5 as I do the 12, but you know what? It's nice to have the right size tool for the right size job. So this is the Quilter Select, which means it has that nice grip on the back side of it so that way it's going to hug onto your fabric. And this is the 1.5 by 12 and it's $16.75. Okay, some of you are going to go, she talks about this every time. Okay. Ruler grip. She talks about this every time because she loves it. Okay. This is the micromanaging tool. You attach it to your ruler. You're able to cup your hand onto it and move your ruler by little bitty increments. Especially if you use the Quilter Select rulers, they're so hard to sometimes lift them up. Okay, by suctioning this onto it and I put it on this way, I can just lift it that little 1/8 of an inch that I need to micro move it. Whereas if I put the round disc ones on there, you kind of have to grab it this way. You can't just slide your hand into it and work it so easily. So it really is a great tool. And this one's cheap, $5.25. It's a good day. Not regular size, jumbo size. Jumbo size Wonder Clips. Why do I want jumbo size? Bags, and more bags, okay? Bags, binding, okay? I mean, there's so many uses for this. It's also great for potato chips. Okay? When all else fails, okay? They're great for potato chips. But it really is. It's a nice size. It is great when you've got a full row all put together and you need to move that full row to your sewing machine. It holds the whole stack for you. Because so many times the little Wonder Clips, it doesn't have enough grip to it. These do have a better grippy teeth. The other thing is that GE Design makes stickers, and you can put those stickers right onto these, and that way you know it's row A, row B, row C, or a Sharpie works just as nice to mark your rows with, okay? So these are the jumbo size Wonder Clips. There are 24 in here, and they run $27. I don't know how you live without one of these.
Agree.
Okay, it is. I don't know how anybody can live without this. So this is called a strip stick I call it other names, okay? So that what it's really called, actually. Yeah, the strip stick. I call it a great tool to whack your child with. It's got padding on it, so it doesn't leave a mark. But it has a flat bottom on it and a nice curve. Anytime you need to press something open or to one side and you have multiple seams, it drops the other seams down lower so that you have one highlighted, so one is set aside so that you're not unpressing and repressing the other sides of it. It is a game changer. Now, I have this size at home right now. This size needs to go home. Last night I was doing a quilt that you'll see, okay? And I kept losing this underneath it because it's too little, okay? This is great for your bag to take to class when you need to do it, but this is the size you really need. And out on the floor, we even have the longer size, okay? And I have the longer size, and that's what I did that quilt with, because the world quilt, that whole thing is borders. One border after another border after another border. You need to press well when you're doing borders, because otherwise when you go to put the next border on, you've got a hot mess. So there it comes in 3 different sizes. They run for the mini, they're $10.25. For the 22-inch, it's $14.50. And I believe, no, don't even ask. I don't know how much the big one is. Yeah, something like, yeah, don't quote me on prices though. More than, there you go, more than the other 2. I like that answer. Okay, time to drink. It's a drinking game, guys. Time to drink. I got the wrong cup. I know. I had a gift this morning.
Okay, good.
Yes, it was a gift. Yes, Nancy, I didn't stop going there.
The strip that ruler, the cover on it, mine got really dirty.
Mhm.
And I wrote to the company and they sent me a new one.
For the Quilter Select?
No, for the
ruler.
Oh, the strip stick. Yes, yes. Yeah, they're a family-owned. Babbage is the name of the company. They're a family-owned business. They're wonderful for us to deal with. They have been making these since the 1980s, these sticks. They used to come with no cover on them. Now they come with a cover automatically sewn on them. I still have one of the previous wood sticks from them. So they're a great company for us to deal with. Okay. Nancy was concerned because I have a Circle K cup instead of I have a QT cup instead of a Circle K cup. And we meet at the Circle K every once in a while. So she was worried that I didn't have the right beverage. So we're all good. We're safe. We're in the safe zone. Okay. Quilter Select Rotary Cutter. It is a upgraded knife for cutting with. It has a weighted handle on it like a traditional tool would have. I would put this in the tool category versus in the craft category, okay? It feels like something in your hand. The blades are a little bit less expensive than Olfa, but we do think the quality is nicer. They too have just came out with a titanium blade, which we've been using at the cutting table and does seem to be working quite nicely. So it's a nice cutter. When you purchase it, please come and talk to us before you start to use it. We get frustration because people are used to using their old cutter and they feel like they can't make this thing work, okay? It is different. It's a new tool. It is a wonderful tool, but it is different. We don't put our finger on top and raise our arm. We're able to cut right at our hip level. So it has a different feel and a different technique to it, but it is wonderful. Please talk to us, okay? This is all I let my staff use at the cutting table. Why would I put these, the most expensive cutter, on the floor on the cutting table? Because it's the best for them to use all day, every day. Somebody's going to ask a question. Yes.
Why can you use the old blades?
Yes, you can use Olfa blades in here. You can't use Fisker blades.
Okay.
Fisker blades will not transfer into here because the way the cutting on it is. Okay, Fisker manufacturers, there's different, so they can't be used. Yes.
trying to remember that blade is magnetic.
No, the blade is not magnetic. There are magnets inside of here to hold the blade. But yes, there's not magnets it's not magnetic. Yes.
Sizes.
Now they have 3 sizes. Good question. They just came out with a 28. And if you know me, I am in love with the 28 blade. Okay. I use it more than I use any other blade. I feel like the right size for the right job. 99% of the time, I'm cutting through single layers. Okay. Because the majority of things that we cut one at a time. We sometimes move into 2 or 3 or 4, but then I get out the bigger cutter. Right size tool for the right size job.
Which size is that?
This is the 45. So there is a 60. I can pretty much tell you, no one in this room needs a 60. Okay? It's too big, you don't have control. Okay? You can open up this blade wider if you think you need it deeper. Okay? But you don't need to. The majority of the time, we're cutting through thin layers of cotton. So what it shows you, what's available, what you see in the blade is all you really need. So, but a 60, if you were doing a lot, and I did it last night, I trimmed up my quilts with the 45. You don't need that thick of a blade. Okay. You're pushing. By the time that you're getting that big, it's a pizza cutter and you're rolling it. Okay. So use it for pizza. It'd be great for pizza. A little messy, but great for pizza. Cost. Oh, sorry. And actually, we have one more cutter out there that's more expensive than this. The Creative Grid cutter is, Creative Grid is more expensive. It's really heavy. It's got I don't care for it either, but it's very heavy. So this is $54.50.
But a replacement blade is $6.25.
Yes. So you can get 5 packs of those also. Yes.
For like you're cutting the fossil like that.
I don't know because I don't have a 60 at my house.
Well, I guess MaDonna needs.
No, I don't need a 60. I have not found a spot that I need a 60 for. Okay. Yes.
Can I ask about
Nope.
the age of
Yes.
the blades? Like, do they get old?
Oh God, yes. Okay. So if you're not able to cut through a layer of fabric, it's old. But majority, okay. We'll do a little cutting blade lesson. Okay. So how often should you change your blade? Well, how often do you cut? Okay. I am sewing and cutting every single night of the week. Okay. I would say I probably change my blade once a month. Okay. But I cut and sew every day of the week. Okay. So I probably change mine once a month. The majority of you might change yours once every 2 months. Okay. Depending on how. Okay. But more problem happens to your cutting blade from cutting in the same place on your mat all the time. More problems happen with that. So move over an inch. Use your ruler for your measurements. You know, we hear that a lot, that your cutting mat isn't correct. Your cutting mat is correct, okay? Cutting mats used to be where they were not as perfect as your ruler was. Today, the technology is so much better that your mat is correct, okay? But by using your ruler, you can take that 6-inch ruler and move it to the 8-inch mark, and now you're not cutting on the same lines that you would if you would have cut the 6. At the cutting tables out there, that 18 is like half an inch thick, deep and into it. We're not going to get a week out of blade here. Okay, so moving over, picking new spots is more of the problem than anything else. The other thing that can be a problem is cross cutting. So if we cut the same way all the time, that's wonderful. As soon as we go this way, we have a valley that we go through. Okay, and a skip. And we think it's our blade, and it's not. It was the mat had a divot and it couldn't catch it. But you can cause damage to your blade when you go across that divot. Okay, it's like a little pothole, you know, and all of a sudden you feel that little pothole and it skips the thread. So a great way to be able to do it is use one side of your mat to cut this way. Flip it over and cut this way. Okay, you like it? Okay, but then that way you will have a happy mat. Okay, it typically isn't the blade, it's the mat that's causing the problem to the blade. Okay, so skip probably is you went over something that you cross cut. Okay, get a new mat. Oh gosh, who needs a new mat? Yes, every once in a while you need to buy. Okay, self-healing mat. That is not the truth. It is a lie. It is a lie. Okay, because there's no blood flow to that piece. How can it heal? Reality, okay? How can it heal? So they are really designed, those mats, the Olfa mats are good mats. Don't get me wrong, they're good mats. It actually has a little bit of a fiber in it that helps to sharpen your blade. And that's what that rubber is made out of. That's why it has that weird texture to it. And that's why it also doesn't do well out in the heat, okay? Because that, whatever that is, does that heat thing. The Quilter Select mats, if they're in your car on a hot day, they won't warp like that. They will warp, okay? But you put them back outside on a hot day and they will flatten back out. It's not overnight, I will tell you that. It takes some time because it's rubber and it takes some time for it to happen, but it does happen, okay? Onward. Look at this beautiful ironing board I have sitting up here. On this ironing board today, I have is actually the ironing board. This is the Tracy's Tables ironing board. It is a beautiful marine grade wood, which means that it doesn't absorb water. It's got a beautiful finish on it. Oh, sorry. Hi, Vanna. I'm sorry. So this has a beautiful finish on it. When you purchase it from them, it has this super thin layer of cotton batting because really the wood is wonderful, okay? A wood ironing board is absolutely the best ironing board there is, okay? It just really reflects the heat back up. It does great. It comes with a single cover on it. As soon as we get them into the store, we make more of them. If you purchase one of these boards from us, we will even take a Sharpie and write the measurements so you can make more covers all by yourself. Ours is written right on the bottom of this ironing board, exactly what to cut it and how much elastic you need to make new covers.
I didn't get, mine was still in the box.
Oh, then we can do that for you. We'll just peek underneath and I'll give it to you, okay? Yes, we try to remember to tell people because it just makes it easy. They're just pieces of rectangles cut muslin, and then this way, when somebody goobers here in class, I take it home and throw it in my washing machine. Usually they're stacked 2 or 3 high on here, so that way as it gets a goober, we just take it off, we go throw it in the washing machine, and it comes back the next day. I mean, make your life super simple, okay? Hi, Vanna. See, I'm not kidding, it's on there. It takes 2 yards of elastic, I remember that.
Just to see.
Yep. Thank you. 28 by 64 is the measurement when you cut your muslin, so that way you're good. Okay. Wow, that was efficient. Customer service here. Okay, on top of that ironing board, I have a wool pressing mat. Isn't this beautiful? These used to be way too expensive for us to do. We never had them in the store because they were outrageous. They have now come down to the price of $94, okay? And then you get your discount on it. Here is what I'm going to tell you about them. In the store here, I have big notes that say, do not use Best Press, do not use Magic, do not use any of those products with your wool mat. It should be the same for you at home. That will actually put a finish on the wool, and then you lose the benefits of it. It smooths out all the fibers. We want it rough. We have a tool to be able to clean our wool pressing mats with, and it's kind of like a scraper. It's wonderful, and it'll clean it. On this grid, it'll take the grid right off. It'll take the grid off, okay? So if you love Best Press and you love those products, you spray them, you let them dry all the way. Then you come over here and press it. If it's still a hair damp, it'll be fine, but you don't want to have that mist falling on top of here because when you press it, you're smoothing it out. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to smooth out your other fabric, and now you smoothed out your wool also. Okay. I have read more than one person say I made a cover for my wool pressing mat. Well, don't buy a wool pressing mat. Okay. Because you've just made a piece of cotton next to a piece of cotton and you're losing the benefits of it. Okay. Things to be careful about with a wool pressing mat is steam. Okay. Because this surface is perfect for it to be on. This surface is no good. Okay. It has to be on something where the moisture can either absorb in or reflect off, because otherwise it will become a hot mess underneath there and the Formica will be ruined. Okay. Yes.
Long ago, when I bought the first bag
Yes.
of those smaller,
Yes.
it said on the bag, washable.
Yes, absolutely.
So they are washable.
Yes. Okay. So they are washable to a point. Okay. And so the best way is the old gypsy mats that we sold a bazillion of when we first got them, which are wonderful. Okay. Still the best ones out there, I think. Okay. They have on the back of them, they say, rinse in warm water. They don't say washable. They say rinse. It says run under the tap. So I hold mine upright. So here it is. I've got my two sides. It's my nice rectangle. I go to the kitchen sink and I run it under the water. And I let the water just run right through it. And then I stand it in the dish drainer to dry. There's no soap involved. Okay. When it's dry, then you can use our wool tool and just go across the top of it and just fluff it back up, and it's wonderful. If you have cooked best press into it where it is yellow, you are not getting that off. You are using way too hot of an iron and you're getting product on there.
Very important that you stand it up
Yes.
to dry. If it's laying flat,
It will take days.
days.
Okay, so stand it up in the dish drainer. Okay, take it outside and stand it up. It'll dry pretty quick here. Okay, in Minnesota right now, not so good. My friend is in Canada and she got 1.5 feet of snow this morning. Not so good. Yes. So it's a great, just stand it up wherever you can so the water runs out of it. Okay, you don't want it to sit in a puddle all day. Okay.
What's the price on the ironing?
The ironing board is $324. And I will tell you, they are expensive. They are worth every penny. They come in, oops, I gotta move my camera. Hi. They actually are able to be at two different heights. That is at 36 or at 30. Okay, so they just have the two because the wood legs actually fit into a slot on them. Easy enough to change if you want from one to the other. It kind of is a two-man job to do it though. I mean, especially the first time you do it when you don't understand it, it's still a two-man job. So it's just, you just have to be careful with it. But I mean, they're durable. I mean, they have been in use in this classroom for 2 years now. We don't have a single issue with them. So it's a really nice buy. Okay. The other thing I will tell you is, the only reason they're at that price and not considerably higher is because we ship them in bulk here. They come out of Wisconsin, and you may see that the price actually looks less someplace else by a couple bucks, but the shipping is going to cost you a fortune. We tried to ship a box the other day and it was $124 for a box. I mean, shipping has gone through the roof. So I can't even imagine what this is. So we get a pallet at a time. Okay. Roxanne glue. So Roxanne glue is glue based is what it's called. Best product on the earth, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I can use this for everything. I can use it to glue a hem up. I can use it to glue my binding on. I can use it when my Laura Heine applique is peeling off and I can see that I need a dab of glue underneath there. It is water soluble, so it is gone whenever this goes into the washing machine. It is also of what is called archival quality, which means it will not yellow. Okay. You will hear people who say, oh, I use Elmer's and it works great. It does. It does. If you're making a baby quilt and you just need to glue that binding in place and you know it's going in the washer next week, not a problem. If you're doing something that's going to hang on the wall for a year, you want to make sure that you use something that's not going to yellow on you. Okay. The best way to use it is right at the ironing board, because the fabric that we use sucks in the glue. So if you can be at the ironing board as soon as you put your dot of glue on, and it comes out in little bitty dots, which is awesome. Once you've got your glue in place, you hit it with the iron. It is dry that fast, and it's holding it in place for you. How do I store mine? Upside down. I put the nozzle on it. I use it. I then put the cap on it and I store it just like this. So an empty spool of thread, it goes into, and it sits like this all the time. I am able to take that tip off and use it. I am of the school where I used to stand there over the kitchen sink and wash that sucker out. And somebody showed me this trick, and I will tell you, it is the bomb. Okay? It is wonderful. How long will a bottle last you is always the question I get. About 10 years. Okay? I have a bottle at home that has the old logo on it, and I don't know when they changed to the new logo. Yes, Chris?
Have you ever figured out how to get that rubber tip off if it glues itself fast?
Bring it in. I'll take it off for you.
Yeah, mine comes off.
Yeah. Mine's got glue all over it.
Used to, but
Okay,
then
well, I'll
it
help you.
glued
Yes.
itself and I can't
Yep.
get it out.
Will you grab the one out of the long arm room? Grab it exactly the way it is.
John, I think I've found 25 quilts with the bottle.
Yes, exactly. I mean, it's a ton. Okay. It lasts forever. And it's great for, you want to put a zipper into something and you can't find your double tape, you know, your double-sided tape, or you're trying to figure it out. You do have to hit it with an iron though. Okay. So make sure that you know that your teeth on your iron are okay, blah, blah, blah. But if you're at the ironing board, you can glue that zipper right into place. Get over to the sewing machine, sew it. If you make a mistake and you've glued it into place, guess what? You just put your hand underneath there, rip it off, and do it again. It comes off so easy. So this is exactly the way it sits in the long arm room. Okay? It is there all the time, sitting just like that. I can pop it off, take the cap off, and it is ready to go. Okay, it is sweet. It used to be that I would stand over that sink. There's a little tool inside of there to clean it with. We would be blowing through that top. I mean, everything, and then it would still rust on you. This just sits in there like this all the time. I mean, I know everybody here in the store knows exactly where to go get it from because it's sitting there. Did you know most face masks have glue in them? That's what makes them stick to you. So if you ever are needing a face mask, you can just put glue on your face. It is. That's what gives it the texture to be able to roll off. Yes.
Does it have to be on a brown thread?
It has to be on a brown thread. It works. Thank you for asking that question. I might have forgotten to mention it. So yes, and brown is my least favorite color. So that's how I know where it's at. Yes.
Does it work on the white?
Yours will be okay. Okay. We do not discriminate here, please. Okay. Okay.
How much is that?
Roxanne glue runs $17.25.
One quick question.
Yes.
So since starting these, I tend to not have steam on my iron. It's working better.
Good.
But if you had steam, does it make a difference? With
I don't know. I've not tried it with steam.
Okay.
I have never had steam in an iron, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think you'd want to add water because it might dilute it down. I think that's yes. Okay. Brand new on the market is 505 glue stick. Brand new on the market. It's been out about 5 months now. It is awesome. Okay. It is a glue stick for paper piecing. It is a glue stick for holding things in place. If you do machine embroidery, it's a glue stick for that. It is a temporary hold. Okay. This is actually considered a permanent hold. It's permanent until you wash it. This is a temporary because after 2 hours, it has no more sticky to it. It goes away. It also goes away in color. It starts off very blue and then it's gone into nothing. So it's magic. I'm having magic days up here. So it becomes nothing. So it is wonderful. Yes, it is a glue stick that cranks up. Okay. It is that wide. Okay, so it's a big glue stick for those projects that you want to be able to hold in place. 505 glue stick. It runs $6.30. Yes.
Does that have the tendency to dry up like so many of your?
No.
No, it really hasn't. Although I don't know because I've used it pretty quickly, but I have not had an issue. The lid really seems to click on it. So I don't think that it's going to. Chris is saying no. Who else has used it? Yes, and we haven't had a problem with it drying out. No. Yeah. Yes.
Longer than the, who's the red and white?
So line. Yeah.
Their glue
Yes.
dries up like.
Yeah. It dries up pretty quick.
You can actually take your piece down and if you don't have it right.
You can reposition it. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. We all need a little fun in our life. I have one at my house. I have no other cats. This is the way that I can have my pseudo cat because Tim can't stand cats. So it's just a fun bowl. Okay, it sits by my house on my long arm. It collects all my bobbins. I am a bobbin dumper. When I'm done with a color, I dump it into here and then I can unsew them or unwind them when I have time. So it's just a fun dish, just something to share with you. We all need fun in our life. And it's a cat. They run $20.99. They're 3D printed and there's some really fun colors in the back of the room there. Some really fun ones. Mine's a rainbow one that I have at home. Do you have the rainbow? Oh yes, you have the rainbow. Look at how fun they are in the rainbow colors. Aren't they cute? We all need a rainbow kitty in our life. Kids.
What are they made of?
They're plastic. Yeah, they're plastic. They're 3D printed. There's a local company that had them on one of the shows and we just thought they were fun.
They're good texture too.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
are.
it's like smooth.
It's kind of like
Nice.
you can't have, okay? Okay. Yes.
Speaking of those bobbins, you probably got a lot of these bobbins and you said you throw them in the.
Uh-huh.
How do you know the color that's on the bobbin?
Because I only use black, white, and gray. That's how I know the color. It's either black, white, or gray.
What would you do if you were doing embroidery?
I use black, white, or gray. Machine embroidery, if you're used to doing machine embroidery, those are really the three colors that you need, black, white, or gray. Because your top tension should be strong enough to pull it to the bottom so you never see it. The only colors I have at my house are black, white, and gray. Yes. Yes.
You're using bottom line anyway.
Yes, exactly. I'm using something thinner on the bottom anyway that's pulling to the back in black, white, or gray. And I use, I am bad. Yes, perfect.
People also use these, they're called bobbin buddies. So you can put the bobbin on top of the spool of thread that you pulled it.
Here, hand it to me so I can show it over here.
Oh.
She always does that to me, so I got to do that. So they're bobbin buddies. So it actually fits right onto the top of your thread. Like that. And then you put your bobbin right in there with it. It goes right through the center hole of your bobbin. Okay. But yeah, I don't use very many colors. I mean, it is rare that I wind red. And if I were to wind red, I would wind enough for that project. I'd look at it and go, okay, that's how big that hem is or whatever I need to do. So I wouldn't fill the bobbin all the way full. But I don't have extra bobbins. I have 5 bobbins. For my sewing machine, I have 5 bobbins. I don't have 400. I don't understand owning 400. Black, white, or gray. Sure, if that's what you need. I mean, I don't need that. I need black, white, or gray. Okay. Man, I just started a big controversy. Yeah. Yes, I'll put it back in. Yes. Okay. Okay. OESD stabilizer guide. Okay. This is for those of you that sew traditional sewing also. Traditional quilting also. Because if you're a traditional quilter, you also do applique. When you applique, you should have some kind of stabilizer behind it. What kind? I don't know. What are you doing? What actually are you using that for? Are you using it for an apron that you're sewing a fun patch on it? You want to do some decorative stitching on the bottom? Or are you making a pillow that a kid's going to have? Are you using a white on white fabric that you need to know and have some texture behind it so that your hand stitching shows through it nicer? What are you doing? This is going to answer a lot of those questions. One of the other things that it answers is how many stitches is too much for the stabilizer I have? It tells you that in here. If that design has 4 million stitches, you need 4 layers of stabilizer. Well, I only use 1. Well, that's why your project looks like that. Okay? Yes, okay. It is. This is a great for even people who do traditional sewing. You need to know all the different types that are available to you. There are wash away stabilizers. When you're doing a towel and you want to put a pretty trim strip on it, I mean, that was very popular. It's very popular. Just put a trim strip on it. When you're doing that, you don't want the loops of the towel to get caught on your foot. If I put a piece of wash away stabilizer right over the top of it, I can now stitch that and not have any problem whatsoever. So there's lots of great information in here about that. Those run $2 a piece. Big expensive.
Okay.
I am going to switch one thing real quick. I want to talk, since I was on stabilizer, I am going to show a product that's called Bee Lux. Bee Lux is actually a product that Mackenzie and I have another business besides this one in our free time. And we manufacture this product. We have this product manufactured with our name on it, okay? So we went to the manufacturing company and these were the specs that we wanted, and this is what we have. What it is for the majority of you that sew is a product that adds stabilization to the backside of your fabric. But what it does for white on whites is phenomenal, okay? It makes the white on white go from translucent, where you have a hard time seeing the print, to a really crisp white on white where you can actually get that background texture to show. We mainly use that when we're doing applique, when we're doing embroidery things, but it can be used in a regular traditional quilt just to make those whites white. You know, you're done with that whole quilt and you put it on, even on white batting, and it still doesn't look really like as white as you want it to do. This is the product that's going to help with that. It is a woven fusible stabilizer. Yes.
The other thing that helps with if you're doing hand embroidery,
yes,
it won't pull the stitches through.
Correct.
Like it would.
Correct. I will pass these two around so you can see the difference. This is the woven fusible. And if you've ever used Pellon SF101, it is a really wonderful competitor that has an upgraded feel to it and an upgraded it's just wonderful.
How wide is that?
It comes on the bolt and it's 22 inches wide. We also have it in packages that it's only 14 inches wide, which is really nice because if you do a t-shirt quilt, it's perfect behind t-shirt quilts at 14 inches. Okay. Okay.
Do you have another
thank
product
you.
called Lux?
That's what this is. It's actually, Lux is no longer manufactured. Lux is gone.
Oh,
So it's been gone for 4 or 5 years now, 4 years. So about 2.5 years ago, we started working with this company and now we make what we call Bee Lux. Our customers were so used to walking in here and just saying they needed Lux.
Yeah.
So we decided that we'd keep that name because then that way we wouldn't confuse our staff. So we added the B for Mad Bees in front of it. So we actually sell that to about 20 other stores now.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm. Awesome.
Yes. It's a good thing. Okay. Okay. We are charged. Okay. So when you have it on things, it locks into it and it lets you see very nicely your markings, but it's not overpowering that you can't see what you're doing. It is wonderful. I am hoping by mid-year this year, they will have the 6x24s back. We received 175 of them, and then they realized that the third line over was off by 1/8 of an inch.
Oh, no.
Yes, Ask us how much fun that was. Yes, we're hoping to get a few free ones when they come back out again. Okay. But it's a really neat tool. I will pass this around going the other direction.
What was the price of that?
$58. It is. I mean, if you have somebody who you need to get a gift for, or it really is nice. Okay, let me talk about this little pattern. This is one of our favorites. Okay, this is up here every year also. It is called a giftable pattern. Okay, the pattern is, I should say, it's a pattern to make a giftable. We get lots of requests for people who want a fun bag to put their gifts in for Christmas. What a great little bag. It kind of has that Santa Claus sack bag look to it. But the patterns are available. We've done it in Fun Christmas. We've done it in here. So Deanna brings this down today, this one little pattern. And she goes, there's still something in there. And I go, I know what's in there. And she's like, how do you know? It's been upstairs for a whole year. And I go, it has Starburst jelly beans in here. Okay? So I looked at the date. They're very old. But I will tell you, this pattern just keeps selling and selling and selling because it is a great one. Once you know how to make it, you can make it any size you want, which is really fun. So that is there. Chris, were you going to come talk about the next list item on the list? Where's Chris at? Oh, she's hiding from me. Oh, we're going to talk about the next. Oh, sorry. The giftable pattern, $6. Are you talking about the next item?
Seam ripper.
Yeah. Yes.
Throw away your old one and get a new one.
It is that time of year. Every one of you needs a brand new seam ripper. It is a once-a-year investment. These are $5 and where's it at? Oh, I lied. $4.70. Okay, $4.70. A seam ripper is a disposable tool. You are supposed to put it in the trash. It is a brand new year coming up. Buy yourself a new one. I hear in class so many times, oh my gosh, I got this new seam ripper. This is the best one I've ever had. It's the newest one I've had. The one that you had in 8th grade, you do not have to continue to use. You do not have to continue to use. Okay. The Bernina seam ripper is probably one of my favorites because it has a very small tip on it. In the running in second place is the brand new Bowen seam ripper. Many customers really like this one. I mean, we're on our second box and we haven't had them that long. Is because it actually closes up and doesn't run off the table. Okay? Find the cap, okay? Whatever it is, okay? So it's all personal preference. This one is $6.99. Bowen, B-O-H-I-N. I'll tell you, they make wonderful things. If you're ever looking at a product and you go, it has that name on it, grab it. They do make very nice things. So I know that during our 12 days of Christmas that there's something by Bowen. I might grab it. Okay. Those are the seam rippers. Absolutely a must. This one is $6.99. These are $4.70. Look what just came in.
Wow.
Hey, why do you need a clipboard? Designing, machine embroidery. Machine embroidery. When you are trimming your threads and you're in the hoop still, it is the best thing to put it on here and have it stabilized so that you don't happen to put your knee through it and unhoop it. Because most of us sit in our lap and we do it and we trim those threads. And then every once in a while, oh man, how did that come undone? Well, you did it. Okay, that helps with that. But note taking all of those things, it does have a storage compartment on it. So you can keep your pattern and whatever you need handy dandy. I know we're into the who's and ahs, but it is darn cute. We kind of do love it. So They run $27. It would be nice if it had an easel. Oh yeah, you could definitely use it like an easel though. Why couldn't you? But you could easily use it as an easel. Yes, you could definitely use it as an easel to flip your pattern onto. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Nancy. They're 27. Yes.
Ask the boss.
Yes.
You could, use the clipboard as you delegate all of the duties around the shop here.
Oh, wait, I'm left-handed. See, right-handed people don't realize how easy they have it because when you write right-handed, you get to put your hand down. When you write left-handed, there's no place for me to put my hand down.
Amen.
Exactly. We have left-handedness understand the pain.
Yeah.
That's exactly. So Deanna said I'd have a blank piece of paper. Okay, you do this. Okay, check. You do this. I'll just pretend all day. Okay. Like I do now. Okay. Okay, where are we at on here? Clipboards. Okay, Deanna brought up one other thing because last year we did not expect this to happen. This pattern was a huge success. It is called Gertie's Gift Boxes. It is kind of a fun little origami box that goes together really sweet. And it's a little sewing project. So great way to use a fat quarter that you have hanging out. Nothing fancy to it. It has a zigzag stitch around the outside edge of it. And then you just fold it up and put it back together. So great to be able to have because you can take this, fold it down after the holiday, and the little tab folds right into the front of it. And now you can put them away and pull them out again next year. And again, they come in different sizes on here. There's two different sizes. There's a small 4x3x3 and a 6x4x4. So nice sizes, fun to do. So
To go on the tree too, because I know a lot of like my parents would do gift cards for us and they put them in an envelope in the tree.
oh yeah, that would be
Might
kind of
in,
cute.
like, a little box, candy or something.
There you go. Love it. Okay. The pattern is $12.75.
What makes it?
It is actually, is it Timtex or is it just, they use stiff stuff, but there's no reason that you couldn't use 2 layers of Decker Bond. Yeah, it doesn't need to be crazy stiff. Yeah.
How much is your giftable?
The giftable pattern is $6. Okay, I think we made it. I think we made it. Oh, again, it's a good day. That's what I'm going to talk about right now. First off, look at how cute the sign is.
Oh, very cute.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. To me. So I have to tell you, I sent this picture to my grandson and he said, more. Grandma, do more. So, yes, I've worn this and you'll be able to see this in our videos because we'll be showing you lots and lots of things. So you are able to each day be able to watch me on Facebook or come into the store if you're not a Facebook participant, or you can purchase the whole thing sight unseen, gift wrapped all to you for the low price of $7.95. It is awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Each gift will be wrapped $795, or you can all 12 days. Okay. And I will tell you, yes, each day has between 3 and 4 products. And there are things from $4.99 to $149 in those days. Each day has major discounts anywhere between 12 and 20% for each item, depending on. And it's just a fun thing. But you can join and just watch single days and just pick up a gift when you need one. Lots and lots of new things. Lots and lots. So very, very fun. So those are the 12 days of Christmas.
It'll be on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yes.
So,
We will be live, and more live. Yes. So no matter where you are, you can find us. Okay. But, you know, like everything, we have to have an encore, okay? You know, an encore. I do have an encore product here. Oh, I don't have a price on this one, Deanna. Can you find me a price? Quilter Select has come out with a 14-inch square mat with wool on the backside. Mhm. No steam. No steam with it. But man, is that sweet or what? Cutting mat. So now I only have to take one tool with me instead of two tools with me when I go to class. And 14 inches is a really nice size. Really nice. And Quilter Select has their numbers going up and down and back and forth. So those of us that are left-handed are in love with these. In love, because it makes a big difference. $99. But your 15% off really helps on that. So that is the encore tool of the day. Deanna, am I forgetting anything? Oh, the light is sitting here. Let there be light on all of our gifts. Let there be light. This is a brand new. Yeah, but what's brand new? I can't remember off the top of my head. No, it's not a knot.
Daylight.
Daylight. Daylight light. The box is around. But it's cool because I can turn on one or two. Hey, there we go. One. Move over, move over, move over. How far can I go? How far can I go? Yeah, well, I just have to not pull the cord out. Okay, the neat thing is I can turn on what I need and I can turn off what I don't need. Isn't that awesome? Yes, and it's really bright. And I can move it anyway. I'm in the spotlight. Or I can, you know, flowing. It's my personality. So it's really cool. They can come in and out. They can go up and down. I mean, it is a sweet little light. And the price points on these are $126. Actually, that's not a bad price. Not for it to have such a good gooseneck on it. I think that's pretty efficient. Yeah. Thank you, Deanna. Okay. You want to grab something else? Okay, so next I have my modeling debut.
Oh, okay.
So today we are running a silent auction today. So this is the first apron that is on the silent auction. I am. Okay, it's adorable. Okay. All of these aprons are starting off at a $25 bid. All of the money is going to, no, I forgot, I told you earlier. Asheville. I know, Asheville, which is where a friend of mine has a quilt store there. Yesterday, they finally got drinking water. Okay, come on, guys. $25 is not going to change any of our lives, okay? So let's bid on some of these. This one is called coffee. I'm going to do birds and flowers. I know, they're actually modeling. Birds and flowers. And we have a big thank you to give out to Chris, who is sitting here, and she's probably embarrassed now that I said her name. Will you raise your hand, Miss Chris? This is Chris. Chris actually donated all of these. Yes. Hey, girl, come on. Who's up next? All right, chickens. Gotta go all the way past the camera. Keep going.
There's a better way. All right, we're gonna spin you guys.
Okay.
Well, I will, don't worry.
You are bright red. I'm always red. Here comes Chloe. And you saved the best for last one more time. Our queen of modeling. Come on, come on.
Or any music. Dun, dun,
Oh, how fun. A great way to donate and maybe wind up with a Christmas gift for somebody you know and love. You know, they are still struggling quite a bit there. So the more we can do, the better. Sorry, guys at home. I'm spinning you back around. Woo! Hello, you got to see everybody was here. It's so much fun. Okay. Ready to help you move these tables? Okay.
What's that?
Yeah, what's?
I didn't talk about, oh, it's the wool mat.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah, it
wait, I
comes with
forgot
the
to tell you
bag.
about the great price on the wool mat. The wool mat is $95, 95, yes. And with it, you also get a yoga bag. Okay, so when you go to yoga, you can put your yoga mat in here, okay? So now, if we do girl math, that's only $45 and $45. See what a great deal that is? Come on, some girl math, that means that $45. That is a great price for a yoga mat.
Yoga is for your health too, so that money doesn't count. So really, it's only $45.
Okay, ladies, we're gonna do show and tell. If you've got show and tell, please stand up and move to the outside edges.
I didn't bring my.
Oh.
Okay, you know, before we do anything else though, I want to say thank you to everybody that brought food donations. We did wonderful. I actually went there yesterday and already dropped off a load of food. They were thrilled to see us, okay? The whole back end of my vehicle was stacked full. So thank you, everybody. And we dropped off 60 aprons. So 60 aprons went, yes, okay? So what will happen with those 60 is on Monday, they will be putting them into the Thanksgiving baskets that they are making to distribute. So that's awesome. So homeless got lots of food. Thanksgiving baskets got 60 aprons. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you ready? Yes.
At a moment that you can tell us about that Halloween event, how that went.
Open so.
Oh.
Movies and.
Oh yeah, it went great. It was fun. We had a Halloween open sew, and that was just, it was a nice day. We had decorations up. Chloe decorated the room. And we're having a New Year's Eve party, but I'll tell you it's already full. Yes, it's been full for a while. I mean, we need a bigger room. No. A more celebration for New Year's Eve, okay? No. Yes, there's only so many days in each month. So, you know, people are always like, you need to have classes on weekends. Well, there's only 4 weekends in a month. Sometimes we get a bonus, but you know, we can only do so much. So onward. Ready? Yes. We're gonna be right in front of this camera here.
Okay.
I recognize these.
Yeah, Did some table toppers out of the.
The Karen Montgomery fabric. So if you did the tapestry class, what a great way to use some of those extra blocks.
And then I started Pajaji.
Oh, So this here is actually a technique where both sides are 100% finished.
Oh, wow.
Okay, when you're it's Pajaji. Yes.
Korean.
Yes. On the front door, when you're leaving today, there's a piece hanging there. There will be a class. They are used as pieces of arts, window coverings, but they're using all of their bits and pieces that are left over. But there are patterns to follow also. But it's a really pretty translucent, just a neat technique.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been crocheting too.
Wow.
Oh, how fun is that? Really pretty.
Quilt block, and then you satin stitch around the blocks, and then you crochet it all together, starting at one corner and going at.
Very nice. Yeah.
That's very pretty. Very nice. Very nice.
Hello.
Hello.
Get this one out of the way first. I was given a bunch of NASCAR stuff. This fabric is really old. These are all the drivers that my husband used to watch 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, I just brought that in.
There's a little boy out there that will be thrilled with that.
I like to sew for little boys because nobody else wants to. They want to fight with the pretty colors. This is a pattern that I saw on Pinterest, and I blindly started working on it one day without looking at my directions. And it all went together wrong, but it's good enough.
Very nice.
Then I made this one out of bigger and the boy colors.
Oh, very nice.
Fun over here. We're not in front of the camera.
Oh,
Oh, but wait, you have to see what you did on the back.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Very nice. Very nice.
I used to make them just what Arizona Blankets wanted for their sizes. And then I thought, this is my fabric, my bad, and I can make it bigger.
And the kid doesn't know what size. Okay, come on over.
It's up. It's up.
Oh, wow.
I am.
Oh, wow.
Are they,
That's gorgeous.
are they made with machine embroidery?
Yeah.
or are they-
Yeah.
Wow.
Machine embroidery. It's really pretty.
Nice. Wow.
Ah, now I know why yours isn't stitched down.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't stitch it down.
Now I understand because you glassed over the top.
I have glass. Yeah, I made
Yes.
another one. This is my that you said I could do. And it's a Volkswagen.
Uh-huh.
I put it in. I framed it, but it was too heavy to bring.
Oh, my.
So she's made two.
And I have that spool of thread for this one. I'm gonna make for my sewing.
Nice, very nice. Congratulations.
Thank
They just came off the long arm, so.
It's a good thing.
Good thing. This doesn't matter how it really goes. 'cause
Oh, yeah, this
it's
is fun.
crazy. This is the crazy one.
Oh, nice.
They're all snakes around the edge.
That's serious. This I did for my daughter. My daughter picked out, my daughter's a teacher. She picked out the books and I stopped her at 50. Cause she's been reading since she was a little girl and it's just like.
Oh, wow, wow.
Those are all picked by my daughter except for the cat. I put the cat down there with the cat.
You a cat?
Oh, I think you gotta look this MaDonna. Get it? Nothing else.
Carol,
And-
does it have names of the books? that
Yes,
you
yes.
got? That's what I said.
Those are all my daughter's books. I threw in the cat, but there's actually a picture of me and her in Disneyland. When we went, the silhouettes. But, yeah,
That's awesome.
very took a long time.
You said you did those on the cricket?
No, no, I did it on to the printer on fabric paper.
Oh, cool.
And then, of course, hand did this.
Wow.
I'll start off with my unfinished quilt. These are two quilt tops that I worked on at the October retreat. So this was the mystery quilt. That's a mystery quilt? Yeah. This was MaDonna's mystery quilt.
They pick cute mystery readings.
Wow.
Cute.
It's very nice.
Yep. And then this is the other one that I worked on. And I've got a few more on my quilting stack before I actually get them quilted. So I thought I'd bring these in.
Cool.
This was a layer cake that I had, and it's very simple pattern, as you can see. And so those are the kinds that I like when I'm not sewing at home.
No, that's a great way to use that.
Yeah.
Yes, which is even better. That pop of purple is really fun.
This is an old quilt that I dug out. It was a block of the month or a sampler block that I did about 10 years ago. So the hard thing with something like this is to figure out how in the heck to take all these different colors and, you know, fabric blocks and try to make it a cohesive unit. So here, I can take it.
Okay, so I'll hold it up.
Yeah. Remember last month I brought that quilt that my grandmother, we found that was like 60 years old. But we also found these yo-yos that she had done. So I put them in a little shadow box.
That is way fun.
At like a little flower garden.
Yeah.
So
we can. What a great memory.
They did it at Michael's. I just cut it to size.
Yeah,
A little fence.
It's a little fence.
At Michael's. They have them in the dollhouse section. Hello.
Hello, this one I showed to the long arm
Oh, yes.
lady.
The long arm lady.
Oh my God. Wow.
This is my place not quilt. And the story behind it is my grandmother lived the Great Depression. My mother grew up in the Depression. And I grew up with waste not, want not. So that's what this is.
Wow. That's fantastic.
It's gorgeous.
How many pieces?
Millions.
I just kept going. And then I said, I better stop. I'm not ready to put my long arm.
Wow.
So how many of you people out here, how many of you people worry about things matching? That was stunning and nothing matched. Come on over, Robin. Keep coming, keep coming. Get in front of the screen. There you go. I made for friend. Very It's really good. Yes. Okay. If everybody wouldn't mind, Robin actually lost the diamond out of her ring. So look around your floor, look around your seat. She just noticed it, but it could have been yesterday, but you know.
This morning, so
Okay.
it was there this.
Okay. So if you happen to see it, it's Robin's. Yes. She put it on this morning, so well, we will sweep it and see if there's anything, but yes, yes. Yeah, there's a pin. Again, imagine that. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, check your shoes.
This is my 3-yard quilt and I came to your class. Evening stroll. Don't look too close to some of the corners. Oops.
Very pretty.
And then I made crazy Christmas tree table runners for some family members, and I'm the one going crazy.
I like that. Isn't that cute? Very cute. Very nice.
Thank you.
Oh, yay! I finished my brown bag this week. Very nice. Very nice. That is a good quilt there, isn't it? Ready, Robin? Yes. No.
There's something shiny right here on my.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay. On your way out, if you look above the door, there's Santa and Holly.
Yeah.
This is a snowman to go with that from So Kind of Wonderful. I'm teaching the class on December 10th and a customer said, gee, can't you add the snowman? So you can do Santa, Holly, snowman, your choice.
Are you teaching it here?
Here.
Did you match your snowman on purpose?
No. But and my snowman is flannel. So he's a little
Oh, wait, I can put flannel and cotton together? Oh, you rebel, you.
I know.
But wait, your bag is adorable.
I've shown it here before.
Very
All the things toast.
Yes, very
Yeah.
nice.
My friend got me started on taking these candy wrappers and making zipper pouches.
Oh my God.
There's have a few in here. This is from a share bag. You have to cut a lot off it
Yes.
from the sides and the
Okay, so
line.
we have done these before here. Do we need a class again here? These are fun. You have to go eat chocolate. I know that's hard to believe.
I really like the pink ones, and we're like so over those.
Yeah.
The chocolate, yeah, these, yes, because I wanted like a whole bunch for Valentine's Day. So, and this one's cut, but it's okay because you iron on vinyl. It'll fix it all.
Yep, it does.
And then I made these, it's a composition notebook cover. And it was a free pattern on Robin Pickens' website. It went together pretty good. I used scraps of things like I didn't know I liked. And now it's like, wow.
They say if you cut it up small enough that you'll like it.
And these are made with one jelly roll and you get 2 table runners out of it. I brought in today so I could get some binding. And the last is
a quilt that's over 100 years old.
Oh, wow.
It was my great aunt. Yesterday was her birthday, and she made it to a month before her 100th birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And it feels like it's wool inside. And well, not many, but a few of the fabrics have deteriorated, and it's just hand tied. And I'm the only quilter in the family.
So you get it?
Yeah,
It's gorgeous, isn't
out
it?
of 9 kids in
So
the
there's
family.
wool in
and
here, there's cotton in
There's
here,
velvet.
there's velvet,
Yeah.
there's some ribbon in here.
It's really heavy.
Oh,
I
it's
wasn't
stunning.
expecting to get this, and I went. It was from Massachusetts, and I took a trip there a couple weeks ago. So my luggage was at 49.5.
So it is hand tied. And it is held up beautifully.
It has.
The
She
back
had it
fabric
stored
looks
in a
like
box.
it's decorator fabric, so it looks like it might have been a little bit heavier of a weave. But it is
Yes.
stunning. It is stunning. Oh, very nice. Very nice. And rolling it like you had it is probably the best.
Yeah.
And then I would stand it up on one end. I would not let it sit so other things sit on top of it at all.
Stand it up on one end.
So when this is all rolled up, okay, so if this were my quilt at home,
Okay.
what I've got so far is wonderful. Then I would take this and roll it and I would stand it up like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh.
that way the least amount of weight is putting any creases into that. Okay, if you put it like this, all of this weight is sitting on it. Okay, so this way it's sitting on the biggest surface and it's got the least amount of weight anywhere. Yeah, you want to try to figure out the nicest way to store them.
I wish I knew really how old it is. I guess my great grandmother.
So there are quilted
Is that
appraisers that can tell you
right?
some of that by what the fabrics
Would you
are. They
happen
can
to
date the
have
fabric.
a list? or
There
have
is somebody local, yes. That we
Oh,
can find.
great. That would be great.
Yes, not today.
Not
Call me a
today.
different day. Yes.
I'm not.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
A couple of months ago, I decided I need to learn how to do hand turned embroidery. So I finished this yesterday. It's a very old pattern.
The little cowgirl and the cowboy.
There's a cow and there's several stars, the cowgirl, the pony, the brands.
Very cute. It's very cute. Got it? Okay.
I'm blaming April for making me pick up another hobby. Took the cartoonage class from her earlier this month and made one of the desk organizers, and then I added sheet to it. And most people do a different fabric inside, but I was bound and determined to use fabric I had on hand. And then the next day after I got home, I decided to make my own, cut my own pattern. Made a box for my daughter instead of buying a kit. I just cut it all out.
Very nice.
Very cute.
Oh, it's just really, yeah.
I belong to an organization that repurposes, redesigns wedding gowns into layette sets for families who've lost children. So we donate a gown, a blanket.
All made for wedding dress.
All this is all from a wedding dress. And then a satchel for the parents to keep the paperwork in.
Oh. Look at this other gown.
What's the organization called?
It's called Gowns of Love. And this was the mother of the bride dress for her daughter. So here is the gown. Here is the blanket. And then here is the satchel.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Take donation dresses. I don't know who had a question.
Donation directed.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we do.
I couldn't find who was pointing.
If you need it.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much for sharing this.
Yeah. Considering joining us, so you think you should join us?
Yes.
It was nuts. Trying to get that. And then.
Oh, wow. Just wanted to use it. Absolutely. Be done with it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Be done with it.
Yes.
Yes, and she's not recommending it, no. It was nuts.
This is going to a woman who wears black and white or blue and white. That's it.
Well, now she's gonna wear yellow too.
And so when I came up with this, I needed to add, the right color, so I went with the yellow. The yellows are all the same, but the rest is different. And the reason it doesn't have a label on it is because I haven't come up with a name for it yet.
Yeah, it can't be black and white and red all over. You are my sunshine. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yellow. Oh, hi, she.
Hi.
Our friend Deanna used to be a non-sewer, and man, oh man, does the woman sew now.
I made bags this month.
Look at this one.
So me and Mackenzie, we actually sell the bags that we make and we embroider hats and stuff. We're doing a market this Saturday. It's over by the Biltmore Center. So if you guys want to go, it's called the Local Trade Market. There's lots of vendors that'll be there. People
These
sell
are hysterical.
Not everybody is me.
I mean, I made tiny ornaments.
Teeny tiny ornaments.
Oh,
That's all.
I brought this in to be quilted, but I thought I'd go ahead and show you and then
Leave it while you're here.
leave it. I'll leave it, yeah. So. So it's Christmas, but not. But it was just something that was a very poorly written pattern. The blocks were there, but she didn't say what the finished size would be or how much. It's terrible, but figured it out with MaDonna's help. And I think it turned out cute, so I'm happy. What's that? Oh, I got really tempted because
Judy wants to picture.
spent $5 on the pattern after really,
Thank you.
Okay, expect from me, right? This is the box we're doing next month. Remember, if you haven't signed up, it's the 12th of December, a sliding lid box. But I have this really cool box we're doing in January. And it has like a little purse. It has and MaDonna picked out the fabric, so fun fabric.
So I have to tell you, my staff, we're having a staff night doing this because they love this box. It is the rage. So
Very cool. And it was easier. This is one of the easiest boxes I did. So if you're afraid, this is the box to come to. Because this is easy. So, all right. Fun stuff.
Oh, you ready? Wow. The unveiling.
Oh boy.
I'm a Kincaid collector.
Oh,
So when this came out last June, I had to do it. So it's a tiling scene, embroidery tiling scene.
Took me a long time. I don't know why. I think over 1 million stitches is in it. Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
explain.
No.
So this is machine embroidery, and each one of them is a tile that's probably a 3 by 4.5 inch square that you stitch singly, and then you sew all of those together to compose one picture.
Wow. So the only fabric in here, and it's the base of all the tiles, is the muslin, the cream muslin that I used. Wow. The rest of it's all thread painted, and
The sewing machine does it. You just have to be there to
change colors. One of them was, I think, 37 thread changes in one block. Oh, wow. I don't remember. I think it's one of these in the center.
A month.
It's
month
going
of every day. A month of every day.
Probably. I mean, I did it over the fall, and then I spent this summer putting it together, and said I got to get this done. And yeah, a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
I just want to thank you all for your donations, and I saw everything that MaDonna brought on Tuesday. I volunteer for this organization, and our number of people we serve has gone up 112% this year. So this is awesome. I go through the homeless area and to where their storage is multiple times. I just work on Mondays. We're open Monday through Wednesday, and they were low. So this is gonna stock them up. And I just want to say thank you, because you get attached to these people, working there, and I know how much it's gonna bless them. So thank you all very much.
Mackenzie, we ready for door prizes? Are you feverishly putting numbers in the thing? How many total people do we have today? 70. 70. I knew there were 58 bodies in here at one point in time, so we've got quite a few people at home watching. Look at all those people at home. Hello. Oh, isn't that fun? They can be anywhere and watch us. Oh, that's Marty in the middle. Hi, Marty. Who else is on here? Denise is on here. Hi, Betty. Who's over there? Jody is over there. Lots of people. Oh, yes. Okay.
Deanna's grabbing door prizes.
Okay. Okay. So, some of you, many of you, if you open your mailbox, may have got a little postcard from us. We are hosting a Black Friday sale of all sales. This will be our second sale because we now work with an inventory consultant company, and they told us we need to inventory consult. Okay, our group is too full, so which is a good problem to have. Okay, it's a good problem to have. So there's going to be a great sale the Black Friday days right afterwards. We will still be hosting the Big Woods group. They'll be in the back room that day, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this room will be changed into a sale room. And if you participated last year, we have some fun things that go out. I mean, it really is a good way. Our inventory consultant only wants us to have fabric on the floor, a group of fabric for 9 months. That's the goal. Not even that long. Yes, it needs to be turned that fast. So yes, but it is a good thing. Once you start to do it, and once you start to live under that world, it can be a good thing because that means we get more inventory. You get more new fabric more often. Right, exactly. Right. Oh, Debbie, I have your next prize right here. So if you come in and stop in, she gets a new layer cake today and a little thread cut dispenser. So you actually can cut your threads and throw them in this little basket right there. But your needle actually can stick right to the side of it also. As a magnet. Oh, we love those little doodads. So
Can walk it back.
okay, perfect. Thank you, Debbie, for being here yesterday. Oh, perfect. Ready? The first number is going to be number 59. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
59.
Linda Nightingale. She just checked out, I think, actually.
Okay,
So
no
look at
worries.
her.
She gets a set of Benetix fabrics. I'm gonna put her number right on top. Okay. Okay, the next number is going to be 39. Who was the 39th person in that door today?
Vicky Solomon.
Oh, congratulations, Vicky. We are in a festive mood. Look at all these prizes today.
Why not?
How about number 9? Oh, 9. It's a 9 day today. 9. Let's see, I'm gonna play the lottery if I pull another 9, okay? I got it in my hand. 45. But 4 plus 5 equals 9. 45. No, 45. 45. Yes. You don't know how to count today. 4 plus 5 is 9. Ready. 30. 3 times 0, no. 3 times 3 is 9.
There you are.
That's it?
Yeah, I'll have this in my hand too. Why not?
Okay, why not?
Why not?
Number 10. Opal. Right there. Okay, guys. So, couple of things to finish up with. We will be taking food all the way through the end of the week. Okay. So if you miss today and you bring it in, I will then take it over there on Monday because they're open Monday through Wednesday. Although they're going to be there today. They know I'm coming today. So they will be over there. And so if you want to bring something in, you're more than welcome to. The things that they look for the homeless are things that are portable. So cup of soups. Somebody brought in the little cans of the soup that go right in the microwave, the little pop top ones. Those are wonderful. Oatmeal, canned fruit, those little cuppers of fruits. They make pineapple and all those things. Yes.
So even take like packages of instant oatmeal because they do put 2 bowls and a spoon in each bag.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Okay. Yes, they'll take toiletries.
Like the toiletries they give out are mostly hotel side. So if you have a collection of hotel side, they will take this.
Yes, perfect. Okay. Okay, everybody have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope you have a great week.
I just found out the other day that you can buy instant mashed potatoes and
Yes, that's
I brought
wonderful.
some.
It's amazing. They have pancakes in those. You can actually whip up a pancake in there and microwave that. I didn't know that. But no, I don't know that.
Watch for the diamond.
No worries. I thank you. It was tea party last month. Oh yeah, don't forget to bid on your apron. You need an apron. Come on, bid on an apron. Take an apron home. Take an apron home. Not today, but we will. Please choose one. Put a bid in. Friday. Yeah. Thanks, Rory.
Okay, well, we'll talk soon, okay?
Yeah. You know what? I saw the same thing. You know.
And then it's too bad.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that's
Yes.
MaDonna.
Yeah. I'll see them in my dress, my mother's.
Yeah, she did mine. And then they gave me a little. You get a heart. I think I get a little heart. Yeah. Thank you.
No, I.
Yeah, because she emails you.
But I'll see you there. Well, they're gonna use all these, I'm gonna bring the quilt back. So, opening like that. There's one girl I got. I just, So, and since people 9 times, we like easy time. I mean, they know how to do it. I'll have to. There, I have a Dropbox.
Yesterday. Oh, well.